Trade idea between Red Sox and Phillies. 29-year-old All-Star could bolster Boston in search for outfielder. Welcome Red Sox fans, share and subscribe to the channel and activate the notification to receive the latest news from Boston Red Sox. Help us reach the 2,000 subscribers so that our channel arrives for more people. I count on all of you. As the MLB trade deadline approaches, the market is heating up with increasingly intense rumors and speculation. And the Boston Red Sox are right in the thick of it. The team, which has been a pleasant surprise in the postseason race, still has clear areas for improvement, particularly when it comes to consistency in the starting rotation. A new name has emerged as a possible target for the Red Sox: left-hander Ranger Suarez of the Philadelphia Phillies. Although rarely mentioned before, Suarez was recently linked to Boston in an analysis published by Kerry Miller of the Bleacher Report, and he could become a key piece in a potential deal between two franchises with different, yet complementary, goals. Suarez, an all-star under the microscope, Ranger Suarez, 29, is coming off a solid 2024 season with the Phillies, posting a 12-8 record with a 3.46 ERA across 27 starts. That performance solidified his reputation as a reliable arm for a team with championship aspirations. However, it hasn't all been smooth sailing. The pitcher has dealt with recurring back issues, which affected his performance in the second half of last season and reappeared at the start of 2025. He began the current season on the injured list, only recently returning to the rotation. But his comeback didn't inspire confidence. In his first outing back, Suarez surrendered 7 earned runs over just 3 2/3 innings. The big question for any team considering a trade is clear: can he stay healthy and effective for the rest of the year? For the Red Sox, the answer to that question is critical. The team has struggled to find stability beyond young standout Garrett Crochet, and adding a proven starter could be essential to sustain a legitimate playoff push. Still, acquiring an injury-prone pitcher is always risky, especially if the cost is high. The role of prospect Andrew Painter. One major factor that could make Suarez available on the trade market is the development of Andrew Painter, one of the Phillies' top pitching prospects. Although his timeline remains uncertain, there's speculation that he could be ready for MLB action by late July. If that happens, the Phillies may feel comfortable trading Suarez to address more pressing needs like the bullpen, third base, or center field. According to Kerry Miller, Philadelphia may take an aggressive approach by flipping Suarez for a player who can help them immediately. And in that scenario, the Red Sox could be an ideal trade partner. What can Boston offer? Boston's biggest asset right now might be its outfield depth. Players like Ceddanne Rafaela, Wilyer Abreu, Jarren Duran have all shown potential and trade value, positioning the Red Sox as a team that could provide outfield help to contenders like the Phillies. Rafaela, in particular, is viewed as a cornerstone for the future, but his versatility makes him an intriguing name in any potential deal. A straight-up swap of Suarez for Rafaela might be considered too risky for Boston, given the pitcher's injury history. However, if the Phillies are open to a more flexible package, perhaps involving multiple players or future considerations, the deal could become more appealing for both sides. Other targets on Boston's radar. It's worth noting that Suarez is not the only name linked to the Red Sox in recent days. The team has been mentioned in trade rumors involving top-tier pitchers like Sandy Alcantara of the Miami Marlins and Tyler Anderson of the Los Angeles Angels. Both offer upside but come with their own sets of questions. Alcantara, for instance, is still recovering from Tommy John surgery and isn't expected back until mid-2025. Anderson has been inconsistent, though he remains a veteran presence that could help stabilize a rotation. Given those alternatives, Suarez gains traction as a more attainable option with playoff experience and recent success, assuming, of course, that his health holds up. Should Boston take the gamble? The core issue here is one of risk assessment. Would the Red Sox be willing to part with a young, promising outfielder for a pitcher who may only be a short-term solution? Or would the Phillies accept a lower price in exchange for an immediate outfield upgrade? Strategically, the deal makes sense for both sides. For the Phillies, they would gain a quality defender to fill a need in the outfield or third base, helping balance the roster for the stretch run. For the Red Sox, they would strengthen their rotation, currently one of the team's weakest links. It all comes down to Suarez's health and the willingness of both front offices to negotiate in good faith. Arenado and Robert Jr. off the table for Philly? Miller also mentioned names like Luis Robert Jr. and Nolan Arenado as possible trade chips this summer. However, he notes that those players likely won't be available for a rental like Suarez, especially considering the long-term rebuilding plans of the White Sox and Cardinals. This only further elevates Boston as a more realistic trade partner. Final thoughts: the MLB trade deadline is notoriously unpredictable, and moves like this involving veteran talent, young prospects, and teams with complementary needs are right at the heart of modern roster-building strategies. Hello, super subscribers. Thank you for the incredible support for our channel. Today, I'm asking for your help with donations to further improve our content. Your contribution will help us continue bringing quality and frequent videos. Any amount makes a difference. If you can help, click the donation link in the description. We have special rewards for donors. Thank you for all the support and see you in the next video. If Suarez proves he can stay healthy in the coming weeks, the pressure on Boston to make a move will increase. With the team in a competitive spot and the fanbase energized by a surprising season, shoring up the rotation could be the final piece of the puzzle. For now, it's clear that the Red Sox and Phillies should be watched closely as potential trade partners. And if a deal involving Suarez does come to fruition, it could become one of the most talked about moves of the 2025 trade season. Red Sox fan, do you believe that these exchanges will happen? Leave your opinion in the comments and leave your like and share and subscribe to the channel and activate the notification to receive the latest news from Boston Red Sox. Help us reach the 2,000 subscribers so that our channel arrives for more people. I count on all of you.